A Kingdom Hearts orchestra just got wrapped up in Japan, and a lot of people were there. We had Sakurai there, we had Nomura there, we had Hazama there, the series directors and producer, along with Sora's voice actor, and I believe a couple of others. But what I'm talking about today is something curious that happened at the concert that was specifically said by Nomura. An interaction that happened that was a little bizarre, that we don't have that much info on, but it's potentially concerning. The source for this interaction is from Aibo on Twitter. I've covered news from them on this channel many times in the past. They post a lot of Final Fantasy and Kingdom Hearts news. Generally, they are a very reliable source, and they were at the orchestra themselves. However, the translations are not perfect, so keep that in mind as I relay this info. Some people have already reacted to some of this information on Twitter, and they have shown a little bit of concern, but let's get right into it. So from the concert, Mr. Nomura says there was an event that affected Kingdom Hearts after last year's Kingdom Hearts event. Shimomura says, what is it? It's okay now, isn't it? And Mr. Nomura says, don't you know, with the question mark, and then turns to Shimomura and says, I'll talk behind the scenes. Probably saying we'll talk behind the scenes. Aibo adds that looking at their facial expressions, something terrible might have happened, but now it seems to be okay. So it seems like it's something that might not affect Kingdom Hearts right now, as in it was something that potentially happened in the background that was possibly a scare, but now everything's okay. I don't know how big of a deal this could be for the future of Kingdom Hearts, but it seems like everything went fine for the most part at the orchestra. It hasn't hindered any events that we know of. Perhaps it did affect the release of Missing Link, so potentially it was something that involved Missing Link. If you guys remember, back in December, series director Tetsuya Nomura would go ahead and use the Japanese PR account for Dark Road, taking matter into his own hands to give us a update on Kingdom Hearts Missing Link. And he would say, we apologize for the long absence due to an unforeseen situation. We were unable to open up the official account for Missing Link. Latching on to the words unforeseen situation and them not being able to open up the account for Missing Link because of it, it definitely makes it sound like something that was more on the negative side. Hopefully something not to do with Disney, but something definitely to do with internally, something to do with the developers. Maybe a team disbanded of some sorts, maybe someone left, maybe something else big happened at Square Enix. But the term unforeseen from Nomura makes it seem like something that is baffling, something that no one could have expected. And if that's something negative, who knows what it could be. Just hoping that whatever it was, that it's resolved now. We still don't have a Missing Link Twitter account, and they were able to eventually do the closed beta, though for Japan only, so it didn't hinder them enough to the point where they weren't able to do the beta at all. But perhaps it was a big reason they delayed it and weren't able to open the account. So that could potentially only mean it had something to do with licensing or maybe something else entirely. I really could have no idea. Whatever is going on at Square Enix, at Disney, it's affecting the Kingdom Hearts series. Hopefully not anymore. Hopefully it was something isolated that they'll talk about later and it's just a bad memory. But if it is something that heavily affects the next saga, then I don't know. But just as a last statement for now, I think it's best to assume that Kingdom Hearts is going to run perfectly fine going into the future until we hear otherwise, or if we hear more about this. I imagine we are due for some Kingdom Hearts news at some point in the year, so it's possible we end up getting a update on what the situation was around the time Missing Link maybe ends up releasing, or around when they do decide to share with us more Kingdom Hearts 4 news, likely around summer or a little after, but sometime this year in general. Anyways, that will be all from me. Thank you guys for watching. My name is Prodigy, and I will talk to you guys soon. Peace out, you guys. Bye.
Now she's a daydreamer. She's always thinking about it. No more room in this picture for you to fit in. Now she's crying on the phone, telling you she's not good enough for him. When you think that she is perfect in every